So the good news last week for restaurant owners was about terraces and the fact that this administration, the Soraya Martinez Ferreira administration, has decided to do something that's been asked for quite some time, which the last administration didn't seem very interested in at all, and that's giving restaurant owners a bit of a break when it comes to getting permits for their terrace. It's a pretty big cut, too. Fede Sanchez is Director of Communications and Hospitality at Pois Penché, which is a restaurant downtown. And we have spoken before as well. He's downtown, and he's brought up some interesting points over the course of the Plante administration, and now this one as well, as to what things can do or what things could happen to make things downtown even better, safer than they are right now. Fede, welcome.
Aaron, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Listen, first of all, I mean, it's hard to frame this any other way than this is good news, right?
This is good news. And tell you, for example, at the Pois Penché, the permit of the terrace itself has been cut by more than one. It's one third, basically. It's less than one third than what it used to cost. And so people say that might be just a grain of sand, but that's the thing. The thing is that over the last 10 years, we felt like we had grains of sand in our underwear. You know what I mean? It felt like they kept adding another grain of sand, whether it's language issues, whether it's permits issues, whether it's terrace issues, whether it's whatever. We kept feeling like here's more sand in your underwear. And what we need to start doing is the opposite, start removing these grains of sand. And the announcement that already the permits will be cheaper, and I can only speak from our personal experience, the permits will be cheaper, fine. But we also had a terrace problem that was solved within weeks, a challenge that lingered for 2 years. We've also had an incredible collaboration and communication with the city so far. Leslie Roberts, who's the city councilor for the Golden Square Mile, he's been very receptive to anything we had to say. And like Imad Nabouani, the owner of Pois Penché, said at the press conference, he said, listen, in the past we felt like we were under surveillance. But now we feel like we're collaborating. So at least that's a breath of fresh air. That's what I can tell you now. The feeling is good.
So I know last time we spoke, part of the issue, part of the concern was, the downtown core you were seeing, it was dirty. There were people sleeping on, benches on the street, and that was a concern. It didn't feel safe to go downtown. Is that part, Fede, of what you think has changed with this administration, the fact they're taking that seriously?
It's going to be hard. This is not going to be solved quickly, but at least they are taking it seriously. There's a feeling, actually there's an explicit commitment to treat the downtown core not as a special economic zone, but to treat it like a zone of importance. We cannot declare it a special economic zone right away, but they are almost treating it as if. So they are very, very concerned about what is happening. They're taking seriously the fact that, sometimes one store out of 4 has been closed for years. That's a 20 to 25% in occupancy rate. A prosperous commercial zone is maybe 7% in occupancy. So we're really, really far. So we have to start the process. We have to start now. We have to start listening. So at least the opening is there to take care of homelessness, to start looking at what caused people not to want to open stores downtown or what causes them to go bankrupt. We got to start looking at these things, and at least the collaboration is there.
Look, with respect to downtown, I mean, enough people have complained about the same thing now for quite a while with respect to the last administration, right? The construction continues to be a big issue down there. People complain about no parking. You mentioned Leslie Roberts. This is now his riding, if you will. He's the city councilor for downtown. Do you have a sense that the city is, I mean, I know they set up an AI zone. That's part of their thinking here. Do you see concrete change, or at least believe that concrete change is coming, that they recognize these things?
Right now, I have very good reason to give them the benefit of the doubt, because they're explicitly stating that they want to make these changes, and they're actually putting people in place and talking with people who are experts in certain fields. So that's a really, really good sign. So we have to, in this very short period of time, give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that we can continue collaborating and that they will continue listening and consulting and cooperating, which is what they have expressed to us. And it has been happening. So we are happy. Now, these problems like potholes and things like that are not going to get solved tomorrow, because, you just have to drive around Montreal and know that this is going to cost billions to fix. So a strategy will be necessary. But at least the fact that we're saying, this is major, we got to look at it. And so they start with small things. Like I said, start removing grains of sand. Anything matters now. Let's start removing grains of sand, and we'll get to the bigger issues.
What do you want to see? I mean, if you had to put things, in priority, what would you like to see happen next?
Well, right now we have two major areas in downtown Montreal that are about to get developed soon. And I'm talking here about McGill College, the stretch between McGill University and Cathcart. That will be transformed. And we also have the Bay. The Bay is a private building that has been abandoned. But those two areas are going to be a generational opportunity to transform downtown Montreal. So we have an opportunity to create not only fun places and cute places, we have an opportunity to create global destinations that will make global news. Look at what they're doing in Montreal. Destinations for locals, destinations for travelers, places where you can do wonderful stuff. So I would like to see next a plan for those two areas. We don't have anything bigger right now in the city. That's the biggest opportunity we have to create a splash and to get some international news and some action downtown. And we need that vitality.
Look, as you say, it is at least a step in the right direction. I think we can all acknowledge that right now. And obviously, you want to see promises actually come to fruition. I get that as well. I remember, though, Fede, with all due respect, when we talked, during the Plante administration, things seemed a lot more dire downtown. Would you say that, despite the fact not everything's been done, that, you're hopeful, you're optimistic?
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying, Aaron. Right now, we are hopeful and we are optimistic. Okay. But we're also conscious that the major things will take their sweet time to get resolved, but you have to start. You have to start. And we couldn't get the former administration to start on the major issue. We couldn't even get them to start for 8 years. Now we're starting.
Okay. By the way, we also heard, I mentioned from the fire chief, right, Richard Liebman, reacting to this as well, suggesting we all know what happened, that embarrassing situation during Grand Prix, where, a bunch of places on Peel and others, I think, as well, were forced to just shut their terraces for whatever rule violations, they came up with. Have you spoken or had a chance to speak to the fire department with what's going on? We have the Grand Prix earlier this year in May. Are you happy with their decision to not push this?
Again, the word here was collaborating. So okay. The fire department chief, stated very clear at our place, at our restaurant, that this year the attitude is very different. The approach is very different. So basically, they're looking to collaborate and collaborate very early. So if there's things that need to be fixed, there's things that need to be corrected, they're not going to be punitive in the ways that they were in previous years. So the intent is to collaborate. And I hope that the message is clear from the administration and from the merchants that we don't want surprises. If there's something that they need to check it now, this week, not during Grand Prix.
Let us know beforehand. Fede, thank you so much. Appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing you. Take good care.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
See you. Fede Sanchez, Director of Communications for one of the restaurants downtown that will be affected by this. The good news in terms of cost for terrace is going down significantly, and the fact that the city, according to him, this administration is serious about what they're promising for downtown. That's a pretty positive sign.
The newest tracks. Let's go. New music. And the next big thing.
Always on the new music first.
Your first place to hear it all.
'Cause you gon' like it, love it, wanna play it twice. Playing now.
iHeart New Music. Your digital station for brand new drops, fresh finds, and tomorrow's bangers.
I think we need something new.
Discover iHeart New Music. Always fresh, always first. Stream now on the free iHeartRadio app.